I'm Taylor James. I drive a Nissan S14 sponsored by ProWear. I think it's my 4th season in Pro now. Last year we came out 3rd, wasn't too bad, but yeah, we've had previous good results in that. I guess it probably started, probably shouldn't say it, but it was on the streets of it, I guess. Just had sort of turbo cars, Skylines and stuff back in the day, and just sort of progressed from there. A Skyline I had as a road car, I took to a Hampton Downs track day actually. It was my first ever track day, and sort of just caught the bug from there, and got a Safiro, ended up entering Pro Sport in that back in 2018 I think. Yeah, just progressed from there, built an S14, done 1 season of Pro Sport in that. We took that same car to Pro for our first year, second year, and then this will be its second year in Pro. My first ever round in Pro was at Tiratonga right down south, and I managed to get 3rd, and that just gave me the bug, that extra bit of grip, the bigger tyres and that. It's an extra buzz on top of it again, you know. So from there on in, it was just try and full commit to what we can and try and make things work. You feel the nerves and the adrenaline before you even get onto the track, you know, and it's cool, sort of emphasising a bit of skill. When you come into competition, there's a criteria of what the judges want you to do. So I like that aspect of it. It's the feeling of, you know, the pressure, and you know people are watching you to do well, and so I know, I like that side of it. A lot of people, that sort of gets to them a bit, but I just sort of, I know when I drive out there, I sort of just try and brush off the nerves and just drive hard and see where we end up at. You know, people like Banger, Adam and Dave, those sorts of guys, those are the guys I looked up to when I was young, you know, watching the sport, coming into Pro Sport and that, those are the guys that sort of got me into the drifting, you know, and it's, I don't know, that's the buzz for me, just getting to drive with any of those guys, and everyone's got good setups, you know, everyone's got strong cars and gearboxes and engines and that these days, and I don't know, I think it helps. You can commit more, and you know everyone in Pro they're good to go, you know. Well, so you've got a facelift S14 Sylvia, you know, we don't have the budget to go and blow at a shop to build a car, so we just build it all ourselves, all our roll cages and everything. It's an RB30 block with a 3.4 stroker in it, dry sump. We found that to get away from most of the oiling issues RB motors have is just dry sump it, and it literally pushes in what it needs and sucks out what it doesn't. Run just an old Jericho 4-speed gearbox, nothing flash, just once again it's a budget thing for us. But it works, it's fine, touch wood, it's been great. And just a vintage rear end with some drive shaft shop rear axles, Wisefab version 2 front and rear, and run a max ECU. It does make a good amount of grunt. We run a Borg-Warner EFR 9280 turbo, so a big turbo, but we do have a big displacement motor as well. So yeah, so Brian's tuned it up. I think high boost is 31 pounds and it's 970 horsepower at the wheels, but there's not many tracks around here that we need to use all of that. So we've turned low boost up to a setting that we feel is about right. But now this year we're running these Bellino tyres, thanks to Carl Thompson. Bellino New Zealand, we're almost needing all of that grunt to get it to the ground. These tyres are just soft and grippy, they have the side bite, yeah, we almost need all of that grunt just to get it to go, because they are seriously a real grippy tyre, eh? This year, Darren Kelly's not driving in D1NZ. He's opted to help me and another mate of mine, Mitch Lana from Australia, that's over here. It's just good to have him, you know, every time we go out, he's what are the tyre pressures? So he notes that all down, and then after the round, we can relay that information and be these pressures didn't work with this, and we can just change stuff. Say next year, we'll end up with a decent setup for every track, you know. There's so much setup in the cars now that it does make a difference. There's that much adjustment, and the cars are so on edge of being too grippy. It's big help having Darren on board. So you've got quite a big crew, a lot of it's sort of family and mates that I've grown up with, you know. We make it work. Everyone's got a job to do and they help us out where they need to, and yeah, it's sort of cool. I've always tried to have sort of as much input in the car as I can, you know, it's cool that they work on the car and do stuff for me, but I'm also one of those guys, I'd rather try and do it myself as well, you know. But when it comes time in battles and everything's heated and that, it is sort of good to be able to just chill out a bit, let the boys, you know, change an axle or whatever. So no, big thanks to all the crew, honestly. They make it happen every round, time after time.